IIT JAM 2024, question number 46. Let an inverse demand function be this, where X is the price and P is equal to 0.5. Let the producer surplus is, what is the consumer surplus? So P is equal to e to the power minus X by 2. As X goes to infinity, this goes to 0. Okay. P is equal to 0.5. Consumer surplus is basically this area. Okay. Now, what will be my X value at P is equal to 0.5? 0.5 e to the power minus X by 2. 0.5 is basically half. So if I take log both sides, log half is equal to minus X by 2. So log half is basically minus ln 2 is equal to minus X by 2 plus X is equal to 2 ln 2. तो ये 2 ln 2 है. अब ये जो एरिया है, ये एरिया को कैसे निकालेंगे? इंटीग्रेशन 0 to 2 ln 2 e to the power of minus X by 2 minus this area, this rectangle area. This rectangle area is what? 0.5 into 2 ln 2. बेसिकली ln 2 को माइनस करना है. तो ये e to the power minus X by 2 इंटीग्रेशन इज e to the power minus X by 2 into e to the power minus X by 2 divided by minus half. That's 2 minus 0 to 2 ln 2 minus ln 2. This can be written as 2 into e to the power minus X by 2, 2 ln 2, 0. Okay, put 0. So I'll get e to the power 0 is 1. So 2 minus 2 into e to the power minus 2 ln 2 by 2. So minus ln 2 minus ln 2. Okay. So 2 minus 2 into e to the power of minus ln 2 can be written as ln half minus ln 2. Now e to the power of ln half is nothing but half. So 2 minus 2 into half minus ln 2. 2 minus 1 minus ln 2. 1 minus ln 2. Now calculate the value of this. E to the power of ln anything is that number. E to the power of ln x is x. Okay. You can take log on both sides and check it. Okay. So just calculate it. You will get a log calculator in IIT. So 1 minus ln 2 is 0.306. 0.3068. So 0.307. What decimal place are we looking at here? We are looking at a 2 decimal place. 2 decimal place will be 0.31. Okay.
IIT JAM 2024, question number 47. The linear system of equations has no solution for k equals to. Okay. So first of all, let us try to write these equations into matrix form. So we can write them as, let's write the coefficients and then xy, and then this is equal to 3 comma k. Okay. So we have a system which takes the form a x equals to b. Okay. So when the linear system of equations does not have a solution, so when determinant of A is equal to 0, but determinant of AX is not equals to 0. So what do we mean by that? Or we can use, for simplicity, we can use determinant of AY is not equals to 0. We can either use AX not equals to 0 or AY not equals to 0. Now let us see. Determinant of A is simple because A is this matrix. So determinant is going to be k square 8 minus k square minus 8 minus 1 equals to 0. So k square equals to 9. So k is either plus 3 or minus 3. Okay. Now what do you mean by AY? So AY is obtained by substituting this, these y coefficients with B. Okay. So this is going to be 3k. Okay. So determinant of AY is k minus 3. Now determinant of AY is not equals to 0 when k is not equals to 3. So we have, from first we have k equals to plus minus 3 and k not equals to 3. So the value that would satisfy our result would be k equals to minus 3. Now let's see. Let's confirm whether it's true or not. Let's put k equals to minus 3. So the first equation would be x plus y equals to 3. The second equation would be
let's take a look at this one. This is IIT JAM 2024, question number 48. A manufacturer producing pens has the following information regarding the cost of production. Okay. The total cost is of this form. So, if I put total cost at 1, A plus B plus C, that's equal to 4. Total cost at 2 is 4A plus 2B plus C is equal to 13. Total cost at quantity 3 is 9A plus 3B plus C is equal to 32. Now, total cost 2 minus total cost 1 gives me 3A plus B is equal to 13 minus 4. That's 9. Total cost 3 minus total cost 2 gives me 5A plus B is equal to 19. So 5A plus B is equal to 19. 3A plus B is equal to 9. Subtract 10. 2A is 10. A is equal to 5. If A is equal to 5, put it here. 15 plus B is equal to 9. B is equal to minus 6. And A plus B plus C is equal to 4. So 5 minus 6 plus C is equal to 4. C is equal to 5. These are the values that I will get. Therefore, total cost at 4 will be 16A plus 4B plus C. 16 into 5, 80. 4 into minus 6, minus 24. C is equal to 5. So minus 1980 minus 19 is 61. And that is what my answer is.
Hi everyone. So this is the question of JAM 2024. So we have data for unemployment rate, number of unemployed person and the labor force participation rate. Okay. And it is for 2 years, 2010 and 2020. Then the question is asking for, we have to figure out percentage change in working age population from 2010 to 2020. So in order to solve this question, we first have to figure out, or you can say you first should have the knowledge of what is unemployment rate and what is labor force participation rate. So using the formula for these two, you can say rates, we will be able to solve this question. So unemployment rate is basically the percentage of unemployed person out of the total labor force. So we have like number of unemployed is given, unemployment rate is given. So we will be able to figure out labor force. So I have calculated labor force from the given data. Okay. So if you will calculate, you will get 200 million labor force for 2010, 250 million for 2020. Then we have labor force participation rate. Like labor force participation rate is simply the percentage of labor force out of working age population. So now I think you had understood that why they are asking for working age population, because this is not directly you can say derived. So you will first have to calculate the labor force. Then using that labor force, you will be able to get the value for working age population. Okay. So now if you will use this formula, you have labor force participation rate given, and you calculated the labor force in using the previous formula. So for 2010, working age population will be 2000 upon 7. For 2020, working age population will be 625 upon 2 if you will use the use the formula. So we have figured out the working age population for the 2 years. Then we will calculate the percentage change. So percentage change is simply you have to differentiate from 2010 and 2020. So if you will figure out or you calculate, you will get the value as 75 upon 8, and question is asking for you have to rounding off it to two decimal places. So if you will round it off for two decimal places, you will get answer as 9.38. So answer will be 9.38. So actually there was so much calculation, so I think this plus minus will be done by you only. That's why in order to save the time, I have solved it earlier only, so that you will just get the concept ready, and you will be able to you can say you will be able to get the topic itself in lesser time. So that's why I have done it by myself beforehand, before recording this video. So thank you. The answer is 9.38. So this question is question number 50, and this question is asked in JAM 2024. So we have given the consumption function, investment function, expenditure function, and income tax rate. Okay, and we have to figure out the equilibrium level of consumption. So it is not that difficult. So this is basically an application of goods market equilibrium. So we know the formula out in this way, and I have just used the formula YD will be written as this is disposable income, which can be break down into Y minus T, and T is the tax rate. Sorry, T is the aggregate tax, but it is equal to tax rate into income. Okay. Now these things are already given in the question. Like C is given as 250 plus 0.25 YD, and I naught is 100, government expenditure is 50, and the tax rate is 0.2. Now simply substituting these values in the above formula, you will be able to easily calculate the equilibrium level of income. So this is you can say a little bit of mathematical manipulation, and after calculating those things and do simple substitutions, you will be easily able to figure out that equilibrium level of income will be 500. Okay, so the answer will be 500, and the in the question itself they are asking in integer, so 500 will be the answer.